guys. Sorry I couldn't be with you live, but I'm on duty. You guys know I had to leave yesterday for Graham. Actually, it was Kieran who got called to the office with his fever, so he's out for 24 hours. That's the rule on fevers. And then Graham and Ethan are both sick as well. And I don't know. It's just my turn. My wife's been covering a couple days, so I've got some stuff for you guys. I don't think you'll be for want of anything to do. First, I want to get you signed up for Google Classroom, our web page, and then we'll talk about my math lab at some other time. I think you guys have all probably used it in the past, and what I might do is that say, hey, go out and I'll put the instructions on Google Classroom to log into my math lab. I'll leave out some log-in books for you guys to grab. So if you want to do it on your own time over the weekend, just grab one of those books with an access code. But I'd ask, if you use a booklet for an access code, if you use it, write your name on it. It can do at least 2 people. So if 2 of you use it, I just want to see both your names. Basically sign it and return it to me so I know which ones got used. Hopefully I can offer more explanation via some written instructions, etc. And you can always send me messages via Google Classroom and my email in there as well. So here's how you get hooked up. If you've never used Google Classroom, and the nice thing is many have now, so you have some folks around who can help you, especially some of you Apex folk. But Google Classroom, for Waukee, you need to use your Waukee school email. And so if you're going to get to your school email, it's based on the format. Now, I should write this in some kind of, let's see if I can open up here. Let's do Drive, and I'll start a little file so you can watch me type as I go. Be patient with me. But if you don't have access to it, your email is your last name, your lunch ID at waukeeschools.org. So last name, lunch ID at waukeeschools.org. Your password starts as your 8-digit birth date. So for me, 1207-1977. Now that I've hit 40, I'm proud to share that with you guys. But let me put up a little new file. Yeah, I'll just put it on here in general. So let's do a new Google Doc so you can watch what I'm typing. But you want to put like last name, ice, and lunch ID of some kind. So it'd be number. So if mine would be like Sealy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. And it's going to start typing again here in a minute, right? All right. So last name and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at waukeeschools.org, and then your birth date 1207-1977 for mine would be your password to do your Gmail, Waukee related Gmail account. Then that's the email you want to use for your Google Classroom. As much as you might use some other email, it only seems to work at this point with those Waukee school emails that you've been assigned. So when you go to, you can find Google Classroom via your computer, but the app on your phone, if you happen to have a smartphone, and I know the vast majority of you do, the app is awesome because what it does is you want to turn on the notifications, and with notifications you guys can access, like I'll put out announcements or I'll update a homework assignment, and it's not spammy kind of stuff that you need to be worried about. It's just me contacting you saying, hey, this is going on in class, and when you get the update, it's actually really nice to know it in real time, especially if I say like, oh yeah, we're not going to have that test on Monday, it's actually going to be Tuesday. Save yourself a little bit of stress. Then the piece that you do is once you get to Google Classroom and you want to sign up for it and you've got your email all set up, those are all things that in and of themselves, they take a little while. So take some time, get your email set up. You may have to send yourself a password or go through that whole, I don't know my password. If you've ever used it before and forgot it. But many of you first timers, you can just do this last name, lunch ID at Waukee Schools, and then your birth date, and you're good to go. Then go get Google Classroom on, you can use Chrome, the search engine on your phone, or if you don't want to do that now, this is all stuff that I'm going to load this up to Google Classroom. Some instructions on how to get on Google Classroom, wouldn't that be helpful? Like how to get on Google Classroom so you'd be completely inaccessible, yeah. But I'll find other ways you can contact me outside of class and I can help you get hooked up. But there is a class that I have for you guys, Calc II Spring 2018, and the way you guys access it is actually with this little code. It's 4401VM. It'll say at you when you start up, and in Google Classroom it says, do you want to add a course? And I'll show you what it looks like on mine. Maybe it'll be insightful. But you can add a class and it says, what's the class? And you type in 4401VM, and it'll sign you up for my class. And once you're on there, then you can get all the updates and information. It kind of does a live stream thing. So jot this down, take a picture of it with your phone right now, put it on your table, whatever. Find a way to record that really quickly. I'll bring it up again, but I also want to show you that when you guys get started, you have like this blank slate in here, and then there's this plus sign, and that plus sign is where you can join a class. And when you go join class, then you can type in that class code that I gave you. So we'll go back to that. And I ran a test class for Mr. Winter in there, if you're wondering what that is. There it is. So Calc 2 Spring, that's you guys. You're my students, and then there's a code. That's my Minnesotan code. That's there it is. That's the one I wanted, code. So I'll display that one, 4401 VM. Sign on, and then you can get more information, including today's lecture videos that are kind of coming out piece by piece. By the time you guys get in class, I'll have uploaded them all, but now that I'm homesick, you might be hearing Graham talking in the background as I walk through some of the videos I want to show you guys. But also, you'll find here keys, answers, fully worked out solutions to I think at least 2 of the assignments. Not for you to duplicate, obviously, but for you to check against and argue, because these are from kind of a teacher mate of mine. He wrote out some of these keys. I wrote out some keys, made some examples, and then I mishmash assignments together and remake them all the time just to keep it interesting. So you can always challenge a test key or a homework key, because sometimes they're made in haste. All right, this is your stream. All the stuff will be in here. I'm shortly going to upload some stuff, but yeah, send me an email too. You can find my email on the blog, and then you can ask me questions via that. Maybe I can walk you through it in some other way. All right, this is just to get hooked up with the videos. Now, your next thing is the next video should be a wee bit of information about some of the final ideas about the fundamental theorem of calculus I want to get on the brain, and then the rest of the time you have to finish that packet, and feel free to kind of look through those keys for some of those assignments to check your work or maybe get you over the hump as necessary. Thanks, guys. See you on Monday.